Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, everyone's princess planner, Nicole Mullican. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're a subscriber, you already know you have my heart. And we talked about gratitude, what it is, gratitude practice, what it is. We've defined it. We talked about it, and we even talked about what the benefit of starting one is. And so I promised you that in the next video, we would talk about how to get started. Like, what are some things that you can do? And you may already have one. And if you do have one and it's working, go ahead and share it, comment below. For me, I will, my gratitude practice is writing it down in my planner. Every day, I write down what I'm grateful for. In the past, I've said like what I'm loving and what am I and gratitude. Like, I have them kind of separately because sometimes the things that you're loving or the things that you're excited about, it may not be like what you're grateful for. So I kind of separate them. So I have like multiple ideas. So this is going to be good. So because we talked about fun recently, I thought it would be fun to talk about fun ways that you can, or activities, to get started on your gratitude journey. One way is to create a jar. So just like, like a little mason jar, and get little slips of paper. They could be like sticky notes. They could be just paper that you tear, and every day you write down something that you're grateful for and you put it in the jar. And then at the end of the month, or people have done this, I've done this, at the end of the year, you open up the jar and you lay everything out, and then you read all the things that you have had to be grateful for, and it really is helpful. It's fun to do. I've done it before. I decorated, my jar. I made it all really super pretty, and did that, and it's a fun activity. For me with that's kind of like one of the things that started me on it. Is I found that it wasn't, I wanted to keep those things, and so that's how I really got into the habit of putting it in my planner so I could like always look at it and see it. Another fun activity for gratitude is a gratitude bingo. And this one is kind of interesting because you can put activities in there, like doing a rant, like it's like a random act of kindness for people, showing gratitude, like smiling at somebody. People like to be seen. They like to be noticed. And by you taking that time, and then it's something that you can like check off. And then when you have your bingo completed, maybe you get yourself a Starbucks or something. I don't know. Or get yourself a journal to where you can, document all the things that you're doing when you get a bingo. Maybe it's a pen, maybe, I don't know. You can attribute the reward that you want, or maybe the reward is that you did all these things and the feeling that you have in your heart. Like, it doesn't have to be a thing that you acquire. That's another activity. Another thing that you could do with your family is like a gratitude tag. So you say something that you're grateful for, and then like tag you're it, and now it's your turn and your turn. And it creates like, that domino effect, like, and then it maybe comes back to you like, okay, now I did that, so now it's your turn. Oh, there was another one. There was like the bingo, there was the jar. Sometimes at the Thanksgiving table, you can put a little flashcard on everybody's thing, and you can write certain things like, express gratitude for this, and then everybody has to go around the table, and instead of saying like what they're grateful for, they have this card that's prompting them to say what they, and then everybody has different things. So it's not like, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this. They've been prompted with a different thing to talk about. So it might make it just a little bit more interesting at Thanksgiving. And you can carry, excuse me, it is really early. I'm recording this really early, and I have already gone for my walk, and I've done my Weight Watcher meeting. I already filmed the daily gratitude, and so I'm just a teeny tiny little bit tired. And we're celebrating my birthday, so I apologize. Also, not wearing my glasses because the ring light in my glasses has been really bothering me, so I'm trying something new. So it's kind of weird because I really need my glasses to see, and I can see, but it's just weird seeing myself without glasses. So, but I don't have contacts. I'm not wearing this. Just is, I don't like that. It bothers me. So I'm trying to figure out my lighting situation. I'm working on it. My old ring light was a lot better with the lighting, but small spaces, and we're doing what we can. All right, we've scrolled. Let's get back on track. So we've talked about activities. There's even more. You can go into Pinterest or Google or ChatGPT and put in gratitude activities, and you can even get a whole bunch more list of things that you can do. I love bingos. Bingos are fun for me. I've done some self-care bingos. I've shared them just with different activities, and then you can use your highlighters or whatever and cross them off. I'm a big proponent in using things that you already have, not buying something, to bring one more thing home. So if you've got paper, if you've got pens, you can draw a grid and then put in the little prompts, or you can go online, find one and print it, the free things that you can do. Like I said, the gratitude jar, if you have a jar, slips of paper, writing it down, putting it in, you don't need to decorate it. You don't need to, but I mean, sometimes those things are fun, and it's ways that you can, make your jar pretty, and it can be something that, entices you to, participate in it. So I get that. So I'm not putting it down. And I went out and bought stuff and decorated mine, and it was that little visual reminder to go ahead and do it. And I did, and it worked, and it started me on this journey. I also one thing you can do is, if you want to get in the habit of writing it down, right? So expressing your gratitude in a paper form would be really simple. If you already have a planner, you could just make space to capture your daily gratitude. If it's not something that you think you can do daily, then finding a place in your planner to express it weekly or monthly, those are all things that can be doable. You just have to make the time and the space for it. And again, making sure that you're consistent with it. So setting aside when in the day are you going to do it? For me, I do it in the morning. For you, it might be afternoon, it might be evening. A lot of people like to unwind at the end of the day, so they'll express their daily gratitude at the end of the day. For me, I like to wake up and I express my gratitude. Most of the time you're finding my videos are in the morning when I do that, but I also take the time in the morning to write that in my planner. That's just how I am. Excuse me, my goodness. I might have to edit this video. That's just a lot. So, using your journal daily, weekly, monthly, being consistent with it. You might want to journal and find some gratitude prompts. dig deeper if that's something that you're wanting to do. There's tons, or there are tons of resources. There's books. There are even planners. Now, one thing I want to say, and it's because I'm really, really, again, conscious of using the things that you already have. It's easy to get paper to, grid, like have your things like 1 through 30 on your paper. And you're using your own paper, your own pen. Like, you're doing this. You're not having to go out and buy something, because you can buy notebooks, you can buy pens, you can buy, have like a really pretty, a cute pen. And there are gratitude planners that are out there. I would say if you're considering getting a notebook, then I would make sure that you like the notebook that you're getting, because if you're just getting something just to get something, then you might not use it. But if you go out and it's pretty, it feels good in your hand. If you like how it's set up, imagine yourself writing in it. That way, if you're like, well, this actually isn't comfortable, or I don't like the lines, or the paper's too thin, then you've identified those problems early on, and then you could find something better that will work for you, that you will like. That's my whole thing. If you are considering a gratitude planner, do a deep dive and go down the rabbit hole of seeing how people use it, because you don't want to get a planner, because number one, they can be expensive, and two, if the system, it doesn't work, if the prompts aren't helpful, then you've paid for something that you just, won't use. I know that there's a lot of people who I follow who, share these things. I know Ruthful Planning, she's an affiliate for Keleva Plan, and she uses their gratitude journal. So she's somebody that you could look to see how she uses it, and if that would be something that would be helpful for you. I don't use a gratitude planner. Like I said, my gratitude practice is putting it in my planner daily. I've also been sharing it on YouTube every day. So these are just some things that can work. You might want to consider doing something digitally. I did for a long time have an app where I did my daily gratitude, and it it took about maybe less than 5 minutes to say what I was grateful for and to kind of talk about my gratitude, and then I was done for the day. The problem with that was that I didn't really get to reflect back too much. I could scroll back and look through it, but it wasn't the same as having it in my planner that I could just, constantly refer to. It made things a little bit more challenging. But if you're somebody who likes to do things on your computer or on an app, there are apps for that. Well, I hope this has been helpful. I have really enjoyed talking about these things with you. If you have other ideas, or if there's something that you do that I didn't mention, please feel free to share it below in the chat. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I love hanging out with you all. My channel, my Instagram is linked below, and let's just hang out and have fun together. My walking stories are active. We've got all of our streaks back for tracking food, water, and my activity. So I'm excited to, have my monthly check-in with you guys. That's going to be coming up, and just, let's do it. Let's have fun and live our best lives. All right. Tomorrow's my birthday. I will be entering my magic era. So I'm excited for that. It's birthday eve, and have fun, y'all. We'll talk soon. Love you guys. Bye.